Soundbars are super popular right now, and so are smart speakers. So why not mash the two together and control your TV with your voice? That's the idea behind the Sonos Beam. It's Amazon you-know-who enabled, and now it supports Apple AirPlay 2, so Siri is also involved. And it's a Sonos speaker, so you get that super simple app experience and traditionally great sound quality. But dang, this thing is tiny. I mean, I know the whole big sound from a small speaker thing has been done before, but is it really going to deliver the cinematic sound that you need for your movies and TV? How's it sound for music? And also, is voice control really that useful in a soundbar? I've got answers to all those questions and more coming right up. The Sonos team went to town designing this speaker, and when you take a close look, it really shows. First, consider how low profile the speaker is. That's so it won't obscure any TV screen that it might sit in front of, except maybe the Sony A1E OLED. It's also fairly narrow for a soundbar, so it should fit in between any feet that jut out at the sides like this TV's does. The top of the speaker is concave, and that's for a good reason. You don't want to see the lights when you're sitting down to watch TV, so they're recessed a little in this dish section up top. As long as we're up here, I'll point out that you can mute the microphone just as you can with any Amazon Echo speaker. For drivers, Sonos implemented 4 full-range speakers and a tweeter dead in the center. That's clever too because you want the high frequencies anchored in the center for dialogue to seem anchored to the television. Around back is a single HDMI input, so you're going to connect everything to your TV, then run a single HDMI cable from your HDMI ARC back down to the Beam. You can use Ethernet if you want, but I'd just use Wi-Fi for convenience and cleaner installation. You'll notice there's no aux-in jack, so if that's a thing for you, be forewarned. Honestly, I can't see myself ever using it since Sonos is really meant to offer a wireless music listening experience. For installation, it's just about as simple as you could expect. As your Sonos app sets up the Beam and it walks you through everything, it will detect your TV, and before you know it, you can turn it on and off and adjust volume with, but wait, there's more. Siri is also in play here, but not the way you might think. Thanks to Apple AirPlay 2 coming in July, the Beam can control Apple Music to a certain degree. Thing is, Siri isn't built into the Beam. You can't talk to her without your phone, your iPad, or Apple TV 4K set-top box. But once you do get music going, hey Siri, play James Brown on Media Room. You can control it with the Beam. Pause. I'm kind of not jazzed about the limited voice control for Apple Music. I have an iPhone and I'll play stuff on the Beam, but I doubt I'll ever be using voice to do any of it. So how does the Beam sound? It does sound surprisingly big, both in the bass and in the soundstage. I think the best part of the Beam is that it does a great job of placing sound effects well beyond its boundaries, and it does provide a sort of wall of sound across the room. Dialogue is always super clear, even among tons of loud sound effects, so you'll never have a hard time understanding what people are saying. And the bass is substantial. We're in a 15 by 20 room here, and it's more than enough. In fact, the bass is so forced through DSP that it kind of robs the Beam of the natural sound we hear in other Sonos products like the Sonos One, Play 1, and Play 5 speakers. The upper mid-range has a bit of bite to it that I could do without, but overall, it's a great sounding speaker. I think the folks that Sonos aims the Beam at are going to be hugely impressed and won't find my tiny little criticisms to be any problem whatsoever. First, there's the great looks. I think it's slim, sleek, and unobtrusive, so it's going to fit in just about any room. So if you want something simple, yet powerful, and very easy to use with the bonus of voice control, that's the Sonos Beam.